So I've been using this saw for maybe a month now. I'll go over real quick what I like and what I don't like about it. First, what I don't like about it, I guess, would be this. I find that if I set my angle where it needs to be set, that I don't really need to screw this down and tighten it. It stays pretty well. So that's one thing I don't like. I really like how these are hollowed out. This saw is replacing my DeWalt 718 12-inch slider, and you would get a lot of debris in here and in here on the bed, and you'd get so much debris in there sometimes from cutoff that you actually couldn't get the saw. You'd catch material underneath the bed of the fence. Another thing I really like about this is the detent plate. Everything is very visible. You have a lot of room in between each degree, and it's very clearly marked. I've seen some reviews where guys are saying they didn't like the detent plate because I think it's like aluminum instead of stainless steel, and they say the detents are wearing out. I've only been running the saw a month. I haven't had any issue, but I'm the only one that uses this saw, and I do take very good care of my tools. Oh, real quick, another thing I didn't like, I bought this saw for accuracy, and if you want to see here, this is an engineered square, and I do a lot of 5.5 inch tall base, so I cut all my miters vertically. The thing that I really like about this is how accurate that is. This is an engineered square, and there is nothing in between here. With that being said, when I got the saw, I went to check my left side fence, and I was probably over a 1/16 out of square from the bed to the fence from the factory. What I did notice was when I received the saw, they send it to you at like 45 degrees, and the saw is down, and it's tilted probably 10 degrees. I don't know how many degrees it's tilted, but it's tilted to the left. And in packaging, what happens is it bangs against the fence right here, and you could see obvious wear marks on my fence straight out of the factory box. And that was a big problem. That's the reason I bought the saw, was for the accuracy. So what I did is I bought it at a local tool supply shop here in where I'm from. I took some pictures of it with my square on it and showed how out of square the bed and the fence were. And they contacted Makita, and they sent me this, I don't know, what is it, the fence assembly and a new left side fence. I installed that, and it's perfect. So that's one thing you'll want to check for accuracy when you get this saw. I did square everything up, obviously, right away, and that was a pretty easy process. Yeah, but definitely check that left side fence, because you'll see where the saw is tilted from the factory out of the box, just so it's not as tall. They don't have to have such a big box if they put that left-hand bevel on it. So that's one thing. I could have saved $100 and some ordering this saw online, but I wanted, which I do order most all my stuff online. I paid $844 with tax for this, and I could have got it for $100 and change cheaper. But being that it's my main tool, I wanted to just buy it local, because they service everything and they'll take care of everything under warranty issue if need be. And they took care of that fence, no charge. I got it here at Acme Tools, and yeah, so as far as precision goes, this is absolutely the most precise saw I've ever used. I do have some experience with the Capex. Not a big fan of Festool. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. I'm sure they're fine. I haven't used too many of them. I've used a couple of their tools. They're nice, but I'm just, you know, I don't want to be that guy, I guess. And I'm a Makita guy anyway. And then the vac over there, obviously, I think I got that for like $550 on eBay. And then the transmitter that didn't come with the saw for the Bluetooth, that was, I think I got that for $65 on Amazon. Let's see. The dust collection on the saw is amazing. I've been running this saw. I've probably made 250 to 325 cuts today doing shoe in this house. And there is almost absolutely nothing on the floor. Absolutely almost nothing. I run the 5 amp hour batteries on this. I would say that the battery life isn't as good as what they claim it is. That's just my opinion. I don't see how you get, I don't know what they claim, 170 cuts out of 2x10, 2x12, whatever it is. I don't know. I really like that blade they send you. That thin kerf blade. It's like a .085 width blade, and it cuts amazing. Cuts really good. I really like that blade. I think I'm always going to stay with these super thin curves. I did a lot of 45 cuts on this poplar shiplap here, and it had no trouble cutting that. Those are 1x8, 7 1/4, 3/4 inch thick. I tilted the saw obviously to make those cuts. They didn't have the capacity to cut that vertical, and there was no issue at all, no burning. Same thing, well, I guess I did these panels. I found what the angle was, and the saw did an amazing job from my speed square to the detent plate. I found that was very accurate. I guess another thing I don't like about the saw is the laser. I'm just not a laser guy. I'd prefer an LED light any day over that. Like I said, I don't even use it. Yeah, so I got some modifications here. You can obviously see I have a DeWalt stand. I've never used a Makita stand, never seen one, but their capacity is not near as good as the DeWalt. So I had to make some modifications. These brackets, they do fit, they will align with the saw. I didn't have to make any modification to the saw to get the brackets to fit. I did have to put this piece of steel on here though, just because if I didn't, from here to here, it doesn't, the bracket will kind of teeter-totter and it's not a real solid fit. So you can see in there, I put that piece of flat steel in there, and the saw is super sturdy now. I really like that. I really like the DeWalt stands. Like I said, never use the Makita stands, but I don't want a roll-away stand. I like these collapsible stands. I don't need to roll it around anywhere. I come to a house, I work in the house for a week to 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and the saw really doesn't move a whole lot. And I'm just not a fan of the collapsible stands. So real quick again, the best thing about this saw is the accuracy. It is super accurate. Like I said, I replaced this for my DeWalt DW718, and I mean, it was a fine saw, but the accuracy was not even close to as accurate as what this is. Other than that, I did take off this extension arm. You can see I have it on the right side, and I kind of like that. Obviously I don't need one on the left side because I have an extended fence, and then this rail up here, I have a stop that I use if I need to cut repetitive things. So yeah, I'm off maybe a 32nd of an inch, but not enough to do anything. So yeah, there it is.